we've seen so much the last year from this young man. One in the side, and I tell you, I don't know if most notice, the break has even improved. He's able to really hit him with a little more pace as well, which is going to serve a good purpose sometimes when you miss that one in the side, which is rare for Chung, but you'll make an odd ball here and there. But a nice starter here. I think the red 3 does go, so playing off the blue 2. Probably checks this with a little inside, trying to come 2 cushions in between the purple 5 and the black 8.
Yeah, his breaking towards the end of that US Open triumph back in September was absolutely off the charts. The home favourite sitting down at the moment and looking likely to remain so the rest of this opening rack.
Yeah, a little more above the 8, but this is okay. On the slick table, pretty easy to fall forward. Playing the 9 in the lower right. Bit of a stretch for Chung here.
The perfect start, a break and run in the opening rack for the US Open champion, Chung. He leads Joshua Filler 1-0.
I think you're going to see the cue ball on the left side rail up behind the 8 and 9.
So Joshua Filler will finally get to play his first shot in this match.
The jump kiss shot here is on. It's not easy. Really surprised he's not entertaining that. There's a little distance between the 9 and cue ball, and then you got to get the cue ball down quickly to get at the 2. But
extension called.
So he's going to kick and try and come across this, trying to send the cue ball up the table as the 2 kind of banks over. I really like the jump here, but this is the area he really wants to improve at, and he has. See that coming across it? How good is that? And that's why the push out, you know, you can consider why didn't he take that, because it was going to be a reasonable kick no matter what. But you still don't expect that good of execution. Yeah, I don't think the 3 got to the rail. Both the cue ball and the 2.
Please start the clock.
So close to getting that cushion, but a 9-ball pull after contact on the object ball, lowest numbered ball on the table. You have to drive a ball to the rail or pocket a ball. Normally they're trying to come off the 1 with the cut break into the middle diamond, then back towards the 9 with the cue ball. I think this 1 is playable. You can see it. This is a dangerous shot all kinds of ways. So if you clip the 1 trying to come down behind the 9, you're going to open up the 1 for the side. You can get the snooker and still leave a pretty easy jump shot. So, oh, does this 1 play in the side? Didn't think he had enough. I thought that was always going to be difficult. I may have considered the push out. You know, you don't want to push out because in 9-ball pool at any level, especially the top level, you have the worst of it when you have to push out. But I thought that was a pretty risky play, Michael.
Absolutely, and this is a bit of a giveaway for Filler at the start of the 3rd rack.
And
48 hours on.
well, one thing with the pool players, these guys, they're so great with the fans, right? So they interact at all the tournaments, always giving the fans some time. Josh Filler, of course, as great as he is, he loves his fans.
His first break of the match was dry, but no matter, he's won the rack anyway, and having trailed 1-0, Joshua Filler now leads for the first time in this quarter-final at 2-1. Same's true of Filler. That's the way it's proving so far.
Yeah, and that wasn't a missed pot. That was a safety that went very sideways. Oh, my. Didn't expect that. And you talk about ironic showing the mistake there in game number 3, a big one here in game number 4 as well.
Well, arguably an even bigger one, because it looked elementary for the likes of Filler.
Well, we talked about that, of course, that ball wasn't hit how he wanted. That's why it hung, but the tables will get a little more difficult as the days go. Oh no. Pretty fortunate, but now he's got a tester on the 9, especially after, you know, the heart rate went up a bit there on that shot on the brown 7.
Yeah, it's only rack 4 of a possible 19, but this already feels like a massive moment in the match. So a surprising error from Chung cost him rack 3. Roles reversed in the 4th rack.
On this 2, I don't know if it's opened up, but you can see the black and yellow 9 ball not far from it. So if the 2's playable, I think he goes for the run out. But if it's a half a pocket or something slimmer, he's going to play at this combination. You can see, I mean, if he's more straight on the 2, I think, again, he plays to that portion of the pocket for the blue 2, but no reason to go for a tough one. You know, kind of an angle on the blue 2 when you have a chance to win it right here. The safety was good, but it was supposed to be better, Michael. This kick shot to the side rail was supposed to be cut off. Supposed to be up underneath that black 8 a bit more, and Josh not a big underdog. Now, the one thing he's got to be aware of, this is the type of shot that could produce a scratch where he's standing. He's going to get away with it. Didn't hit it exactly how he wanted. Well, that 1 ball, I thought, stopped a little quicker than I anticipated.
Extension call.
Talked about Filler not winning any of the Matchroom events in 2023. Of course, he was on the winning team at the Mosconi Cup. In terms of individual titles, didn't win one. Was close to winning another team event with Germany. Got to the final of the World Cup along with his pal Moritz Neuhausen.
Another future German star, really already becoming one of those stars. Moritz Neuhausen, fine young man as well.
Oh yeah, really good lad, and very nearly got into this event actually. He was only one place outside the 14 who got in off the rankings.
Yeah, I was in Boston earlier this year at a ranking event there that if he had won it, I think he would have squeezed into that 14 spot ranking and gotten into this World Tour Masters.
Can't really afford to fall much further behind because he can just disappear out of sight once he gets some momentum behind him. So this is a really important rack for Chung. He's played a lovely shot there to leave himself a relatively straightforward run to the line. Neither player able to take a firm grip on this contest yet. Chung back to only one behind. Joshua Filler's lead put to 4-3.
End up on top of the pink here. Oh, he could beat it. Watch out for the side pocket. Didn't expect that.
Foul stroke, ball in hand.
I think he expected contact on the green 6, Michael.
Please start the clock.
Yeah, and once he didn't get it and the cue ball started heading in that direction, he knew long before it got there where it was ending up.
Yeah, this is a little tricky. He could pull this ball 2 rails, but with the 9 there, you want to stay away from that shot. He may play this with inside. Oh, is that enough? He tried to lay up underneath it. Got a bit more of a shot on the black 8 than we expected.
It's like I was saying earlier, he isn't machine-like in the way some other top players are when they're in their stride. We weren't expecting that, but has he had a bit of a result here?
He's definitely happy that, not happy about the miss, but got to feel like Chung's going to make up for a couple mistakes with a big jump shot here. Bit stretched, and you should see the cue ball hopping a little more after contact on the 8 here. Maybe a delayed draw.
Coe hasn't had any sort of result though. Good chance for Filler now to basically get away with the mistake he made by winning the rack anyway. And with that routine 9, he goes 2 clear once again. Filler now halfway to his target.
Maybe get a break and run here. I think if he can get to what is the left side of the blue 2, he may take on a tough cut shot down the rail. Looks like he's banging this away, playing the cue ball behind the purple 5. He made it. Oh, no, he didn't. Tried to play a bit of a 2-way.
Yeah, the pot success figure will dip a little after that, but as you can see, it was much higher than his opponent. As you say, the pot success can be a little misleading sometimes because often the shot has been played as a 2-way.
Yeah, this is one you want to come 1 rail at. The 2 rail escape could really promote a scratch in the lower left.
Foul stroke, ball in hand.
Yeah, just a little off here in our quarterfinal. And was playing all cue ball there. Some may label that as a missed pot, but he certainly wasn't trying to play the pink.
Wouldn't be game over for Chung if he lost this rack. But even for someone who has his recent history of long runs of winning racks in matches, trying to come from 8-3 down, basically trying to win 7 out of 8 racks against Joshua Filler. It's a big ask.
Yeah, even as great as he breaks the balls, that's why the break rule is so good. It's very difficult, and what happens is your mistakes are, they show up. And if you give up a lead after making some mistakes, you have to do something special to make a comeback. And it appears no real path to hit this ball. Looking to try and tie these up. Now this is where the slick table may help him. Being able to bend this a little bit off the side rail, go to the top rail with maybe a hair of left check. Come right at the blue 2.
Foul stroke, all in hand. Please start the clock.
Pretty nifty little play. I think he's kind of put the 6 on the 9 to where the 6 doesn't play into the black 8. It doesn't go by the brown 7. Okay, what he's looking at is he's looking to play the 6 into the 9, coming off his right side of the green 6, pocketing the 8, and developing the 6 to go by the brown 7. Pretty complex little shot. He'll take that though. Combination on the 6-7 isn't too difficult.
And a couple of times in this match he's had a real conundrum to sort out, but shot after shot he's kept unpicking the lock. This would be in that category if he could finish off the job. Yeah, and this was the shot that really opened up the opportunity to see out the rack from here. It's 2 skills at play, really, isn't it? Having the imagination and the experience to think of the shots, and then, of course, the ability to execute them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's where the players today really appreciate the rule changes. You see so much more of the game now instead of just the wing ball going in, the one over the corner, and just a bunch of simple runouts. Culmination.
What a wonderful rack of pool Joshua Filler has just played there, showcasing all his talents and winning his 4th rack in a row. He's only 2 away now from a place in the semi-finals.
But, you know, he's at the table, and in America we call American football, right? It's a game of inches. So if you talk about that, what is pool? Yeah, you see how the cue ball still continued upward a little bit, so creativity is something that's on point today.
He'll be so pleased with this performance if he finishes the job. It's not been a day when everything's come easily and the balls have always just fallen nicely. He's had to keep coming up with answers. That's all the more satisfying.
You know, of course, he's gaining confidence, it seems like, every shot, but that's a little light, I think. Maybe a 6-9, maybe a bank on the 6, probably a safety. 8-3 is a big lead, but a very dangerous player, of course, in the chair at the moment. But the one thing that opens the door for him being creative is he doesn't mind the long shot. He knew he was going to be somewhat long on the pink 4. But again, his confidence is brewing.
Boosted even further by that. You noticed as he was walking around there, it was like he was taking in the setting, looking at the crowd and thinking, this is a moment to enjoy. I'm here in my home country, playing in a big event, playing well, plenty of people here cheering me on. Got to absorb these moments in your career.
Yeah, the cue ball, I think, settled, though, behind the 9, so he's got to pull off another. Watch out, side pocket.
No wonder he raises the hand. That really is rubbing it in for his opponent. He's become something of a forgotten man in this match in the last number of racks.
Yeah, but he still hit the ball how he wanted. He wanted the cue ball up the table, trying to leave something long, just in case he didn't. Kind of fluke to 7.
Nothing fluky about that. A wonderful, confident shot on the 8, and absolutely perfect on the 9. And speaking of 9, that's the total he's now reached, and that means Joshua Filler is on the hill, hoping Chung is going to have to win 7 in a row.
Again, it's not the score line, I think, that you can see a little off there from Koping Chung. It's just with the chances he's had, he's made some mistakes. He's just so good edging the ball. And Koping Chung saw that shot. He just realized how difficult it was. But of course, Filler, who plays with so much confidence, just got down and struck it quickly and pretty much perfectly.
Extension call.
Took a while to get going as a World Masters player, Filler. Beaten in his first match in his first couple of appearances, but then a semi-final, and then, of course, winner.
Probably going to go the air here, even if he has maybe a little edge on the blue 2. The blue 2 does go by the 8 in the corner.
Extension call.
I wouldn't say Josh is like Federer with the short cue, but he is pretty handy with it.
So if a miracle turnaround is to happen, it's got to start here.
Yeah, the overhead made me think there was more of a play on the 3 in the side. I wonder if he tracks the cue ball all the way down or he comes for a 3-9 combo. Oh, side pocket, watch out. It's going to be short of it. Going to be a little behind this combination, which is always the oddest way. It's a little bit of a blind pocket, I might say, but still a big favorite to make this.
Just a few minutes shy of half an hour since he last potted a ball. Okay, so that's a start.
exactly what I was talking about, how good Filler has gotten with the kick shot and the safety plays, the decisions tactically. And so you feel you can't really win this kind of comeback expecting the safety to really hold up.
Have we just seen Ko Ping Chung's last shot in this year's World Masters?
So we're going to lose our reigning U.S. Open champion Ko Ping Chung and lose that chance of maybe a all-co semifinal against each other, the two brothers meeting off. But it's been a special one from Filler.
Without a doubt, and of course he's first man through now, so he's got the rest of the day to rest up and relax ahead of coming back here. What he hopes will be 2 long matches tomorrow. Turned out in numbers here in Germany to cheer on their leading pool star. It's the sort of thing he thrives on, and he has delivered massively here. From just one ahead at 4-3, Joshua Filler has streaked away. He has beaten Ko Ping Chung by 10 racks to 4. He has played so well to do it. He's into the semi-finals for the 3rd time in 4 years. He was the champion 2 years ago, and he's 2 wins away from repeating the feat in his homeland. Filler the winner, 10-4.
One thing I saw yesterday in that match with Aranis is FSR really got down to where the beeps were and the clock was really at, oh, is this going to go a little far maybe? Watch out. Watch out. Whew. But he got down to really the 1 second on the shot clock before pulling the trigger, and both times that happened, he actually hit the ball really nice, but
extension call.
Still something you want to stay away from.
Yeah, I've been a little bit worried there, thinking the cue ball would end up touching the 9 and have no shot on this brown 7, but luckily it's held up.
Now on your club table, you may go around 3 rails, kind of elevating the cue a hair rather than playing it with a level cue. Here, I think it's just something a bit more subtle.
Well, the second quarter-final of the day, we start with a break and run.
Francisco Sanchez Ruiz to break, leading by 1 rack to 0.
Pay attention to the yellow 1 ball, trying to go in that opposite side pocket. Cue ball.
Foul shots.
Yeah, and a rare scratch on the break without a kiss on the cue ball.
Please start the clock.
Actually went twice, so it wasn't poorly hit. It's just something you have to gamble with the cut break from the box.
Tell you what, Jeremy, this would have been the last thing on my mind, you know, playing for this. I'm not saying he was playing for the combo, but I'd rather be anywhere on the table on the 5 ball than there.
Yeah, I think he would too. I think he shoots the combos maybe a little better than you did. You didn't like him though. The game's so mental. If you don't like it, boy, you're up against it.
Yeah, this one would scare me to death. It really would.
Should shoot it in with a little pace.
Well, didn't scare Coping.
Coping wins the rack.
The 9 ball went in the centre of the pocket. And it's 1-1. Offers difficult position for the red 3, but I think he's lining it up.
Yeah, maybe the red 3 squeezes by the green 6, though. And this is where I don't try to play the two-way, I don't think. I think I really commit to the bank. I think with a little more stroke on the ball, you open up the pocket just a hair. Could roll across for the 3 in the opposite corner.
There's a wonderful bank shot. And as you called it, JJ, this ball must sneak past the green 6. Another successful 1 ball on the break, but I think he's going to be hooked. Maybe not. I'm sat right behind it. You can definitely see a piece of the 2. I don't know if he can get to the pot.
No, I don't think he can make it. Maybe a jump shot. Doesn't look too upset about it. Not really contemplating much of a safety. Maybe it's a jump with the full cue, just a sliver of the green 6 to go over.
Yeah, explain why a player might do that instead of the jump cue, Jeremy.
Well, there's a little more control. You can do a little more with the cue ball. Maybe draw the ball if he needs to get back on the red 3. And I think he's just clear at it, actually. So he's going forward. No jump here.
Well, that was very handy indeed. Still had to play the shot nice and just look where the cue ball has fell.
And again, I mean, it's a hard thing to do, but it's something I really like on Coping. That's.
I think we're about to see Ruiz back at the table.
Man, just a few kisses really caused a lot of issues here. And what is rack number 6? The pink 4 and the 5 tied up. The 3-9 tied up. Could be a kiss shot on the 9, though, if somebody happens to get a play on the blue 2. I think hard to kill the cue ball all the way up on the purple 5, but you got to just play for the snooker, knowing you may leave a jump. Now this happened to him a couple times in his opening match where he missed getting the snooker, or at least the full snooker, from some pretty kind of simple positions.
This is what it's like being a pool player sometimes. It doesn't always go this way, like we've seen this week.
Extension called.
But Ruiz has been sat in his chair watching. Now he's back at the table and he's not faced with a kind shot. He's going back for the short cue. So he's going to try and pop this ball and pocket it. And he'll go close to this. He'll get the 2 ball towards that pocket. Obviously, it's very difficult to pop the ball, but he'll get it in the right direction. Not really guaranteed 100% where the cue ball's going to go, though. It'll fly around. Oh, he's nailed it. Straight in the heart of the pocket. Needs a friendly bump. And he's got it. What a shot. And he's got an angle as well.
Yeah, both players coming with big blows here early in this quarterfinal match. That's kind of, where the game's going, right? You can see how Coping going to play and how he's breaking the ball, so you're going to have to bury some big ones. Oh, nice break out there on the pink and the purple. End up with a nice angle to come out for the 5 as well.
Ruiz put a quick one in. He has put a quick one in, Jeremy. I think he sensed something big there. I think he was pleased to get in this position. Wow.
Yeah, pulled the trigger a little quicker than he normally does. He's got a bit too much cut, and you can see, of course, that was supposed to be missed, but the pocket's definitely not quite as generous as they were in day one. This is going to leak a little bit, I think. Oh no, it got right on the black 8. Froze to it, it seems. Made the kick shot super difficult now.
Looks like the purple 5 is tied up on the brown 7, but coming this direction with a kick shot, there's a chance of him breaking them 2 balls out. And he has done. He's opened it up. He'll be distraught as he walks back to his chair. What a moment that could have been. So he's playing this with low left English.
Yeah, we could see a nice one here. May pull the cue ball 2 cushions between the brown 7 and 8. Kind of the shot we were talking about earlier that he decided another route. I hate the high ball with inside off of this kind of half heavy hit myself anyways. Could come one rail kind of at the 6, but that one's touchy as well. I really like him pulling this. Kind of got to smooth it when you pull the ball. That way you get the draw. Really a shot he usually excels at.
Yeah, earlier on, a couple of racks ago, that's the shot Jeremy was talking about when he missed the red 3 ball. It was a similar strike, a similar cue ball path that it would have took. This time he's elected to go that way.
Yeah, you'll watch so many players when they play the 9. You know, they could shoot it many ways, but elect to pull the cue ball that way. It's always just a friendly way to hit the ball. Boy, he's feeling it. No fear from Copigny at the moment.
I'm sure it's not a delight to watch for Ruiz, because this is going to be a tall order now as he trails Copigny 7 racks to 1. The Coe brothers hold 2 of the big majors on the World 9-Ball Tour.
What people don't realize, and maybe some amateur players do, because, ooh, I was just about to say, and maybe jinxed him, but you know, when you're playing this great, even the great players, it puts a lot of pressure to keep it going, right? It can get a little mental, and you can hear a clap there. A couple different reasons. The appreciation of the play from Copigny, and again, to get a look at world #1 FSR.
Yeah, even Francisco knows his back's against the wall here, but he's just got to try and enjoy the moment, Jeremy. I know it's easier said than done, and I feel like since I've retired, I have a completely different mindset now. I think it's because I've watched so many matches, but you know, he can't change what's happened in this match. He's just got to see if he can put a bit of heat on Coe. Yeah,
and you know, just swing the cue with confidence. That's the only way you make these kind of comebacks. Now, he could have afforded a little bit of an angle on the pink 4 so he could get a little closer to this combination on the purple 5 onto the 6, but you know, just no, you know, there's a real reason you're #1, because you can do some special things, and you've done it in the past. I think it was a comeback trying to not go 2 and out in the UK Open a few years ago that really got his run started to really start to do things on the World 9-Ball Tour.
7-0 down, I think he was as well.
Yeah, after losing his first match. I think he's got a little sideways. I believe it was his second, maybe third match when he was trailing some 7-0.
Well, that looks like I've played the combo there. That's what used to happen when I used to shoot them, Jeremy. Not easy. The distance, didn't get right behind it.
And if you watch the body, he knew it immediately that he didn't like the path of the cue ball after it being struck. A little twitch of the body. And
not an easy pot, and it's not easy when you've not potted many balls. It's amazing, Jeremy, just what a match this could have been, how different it could have been if that 4-ball would have gone in to make it 4-2 with Ruiz breaking. It's incredible.
yeah, absolutely, especially as well as he breaks, and after banging in that big jump shot on the 2, right, to get the kind of adrenaline going, right, get the eyes a little bit more opened. Okay, it's not about getting on the pink 4, it's about getting on the pink 4 to get on a difficult 5-ball. It's pinned on the left side rail near the side pocket.
I think he's going for the jump cue.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a little limited on what he could do. Didn't want to go a whole lot further past the 8, right? To get kind of straight on the pink to where he can't do much. So tried to shoot the gap on the 8 and 9. Wouldn't doubt he chins this though and gets all the way across.
Well, his cue is full of gold, and this match has been gold. Everything has been pinpoint.
When you're hitting the ball well, though, you just, you don't question much, right? You just kind of go with it, and that's kind of his style anyways. And
It's going to be good enough. Cue ball's off the rail. He'll play for the 9-ball in the left centre pocket, so just a little stun shot. As Ruiz looks on in the distance, his best ever finish is the quarterfinals, and he's going to stay that way. The defending champion, with an absolute demoralising match over the world #1 Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Just look at that, 10 racks to 1.